So as far as your name L, like where did that come from?
It means the Most High.
Oh, where is
So
that? Oh, what kind of language does that come from?
I forget the
Or
language.
religion, whatever. Is that? It's not.
I forget, to be honest with you, I
The
forget. But
Most High.
yeah,
Oh,
man,
okay.
it's but it's like it's short for like Elohim. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
Like
okay.
you know what I
Is
mean?
that
Like
Hebrew?
it's
Probably.
Hebrew.
It sounds like something like that I heard
It's
before.
one of them really old languages. It's really
Yeah, I think it's
old.
like
But it
Hebrew, something like
translates to
that.
that. But I'm not like gonna call myself that because that means God. You know what I'm saying? So like, I mean, I just say El. You know what I mean? It
Oh,
still
okay.
means the Most High. But it's like that's how I try to regard myself. You know what I mean? And later on people will understand why. You know what I mean? But for the most part, it's just a thing. It's a way to set the tone of what type of energy, what type of
Okay.
forces I'm dealing with. You know what I mean?
All right. As far as the inspiration, right? Writing the music, like, where did you get the inspiration from?
Well, you know what I'm saying? Like it all started when I was playing drums, and you know what I mean. I was in a band, and the band was I mean they were pretty tight. We was doing shows and stuff, and then I went to college, and the band kind of like split up, and I was like at this point like I was in love with music. You know what I'm saying? Like especially after doing shows. You know what I'm saying? Like we were playing like rock alternative music. And then I was putting like go-go swings on it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like anybody that was listening was like hearing like all these different crazy influences, vicious. And so after the band broke up, I was like, damn, yo, I wanna still do music, you know what I mean? And I got to figure out a way how to do music in a way where I can only depend on myself because as a drummer in a band, you know what I'm saying? Like there's a lot of different things that are important to the success of the drummer or the percussionist.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't just involve himself. So I was like, well, that failed. So I was like, well, let me try something else. So this is like circa like 2013. You know what I'm saying? Around the time I started, it was just like when I was in college, I was up in Jersey. Like Jersey and New York is like a lot of like people that had that old school hip hop influence,
Yeah.
and they rap a lot and shit like that. So my boys, they used to freestyle all the time, and then there was like some friends in high school that used to freestyle and rap, and it was like I really started looking back on time, and I used to always listen to music. Like there wasn't a day where I wasn't listening to music,
Yeah.
whether it was an iPod, whether it was what I'm saying, somehow, some way, and it was just like, you know what, I want to create this. I don't want to just play drums anymore. I don't want to depend on nobody. I want to be able to create like, from silence to sound, the
So
song. You know what I mean? It's like, so I came home from school, from college, and I was like, you know what, like this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? So, so I was like, this is what I want to do. You know what I mean? And that's just it. And I'm gonna stick to my guns and take it pretty far. I feel like I can do a lot for like communities and
okay.
shit like that.
As far as the writing process, like how is that for you? Like, do you like to isolate yourself, and write, or it don't matter? You can create at any time.
Mm, I mean, like my process has changed over like the years of
Okay.
like trying different things. Like I said, like I could have like easily came out with like a lot of music before, but you know what I mean. I chose not to in order to practice and perfect different things. So it's
Yeah.
like it's a lot of good writing processes that work. You know what I mean? Like you got ones where what I'm saying, you could just be on the train, you throw headphones on and a
Yeah.
metronome, and that's all you got. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? You just write to the metronome, write to the swing, or whatever BPM you set it to. I try to just whenever it comes to my head, whatever works at that point, right
Yeah.
then and there. You know what I'm saying? So I could be at work. Well, I ain't got no writing process at work other than saying that shit in my head, and
Yeah.
then you know what I'm saying.
Memorize
So it's
it.
just like being able to adapt to each environment. You know what I mean? But of course, like the ideal thing is to do is to
Yeah.
go home and isolate myself. Put some beats on, freestyle, get comfortable, throw the monitor on, and
Yeah.
listen to your own voice. Do some weird shit to the monitor so you get, what I'm saying? Like just get it out, and then like, all right, boom, ready. Throw a real beat on, now ready to write some shit down. And then I usually come up with some creative stuff.
Oh, okay. For the recording process, what do you have to have around for a good session? Trees, maybe. Girls around. I mean, some people, like to be in the zone. You know,
I
they'll
smoke a lot of
smoke.
weed, man.
Yeah,
So like,
people will smoke, and some people will drink alcohol,
yeah,
or some people don't need anything. So, what's your preference while recording?
shit, it's either to be like stone sober or just with endless J's around. Like I love to smoke weed, so like I'll hit a J and kind of like get into the zone, and or not, then I'll just go right in. You know, I don't really need much. I try to be minimalist. You know what I mean? Because the most important thing is yourself, the microphone, and the engineer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if any point in time where you don't have the things that you might like, I say people depend on and shit. Like anything you dependent on, and that may mess up your vibe, your
Yeah.
flow. Like hell nah, yo, we in the studio, bro. We gotta get this work done.
It's true. I mean, if you smoke too much too, I mean, you won't be able to, you know, articulate properly the word.
Yeah, exactly.
'Cause once you don't have your conscience,
Yeah.
how can you, put out a great body of work with, you're not really conscious, like you're all in the zone. And,
Yeah, yeah. I like it like to me. I look at it like ankle weights, like I like to wear ankle weights on my mind, so I smoke. You know
just a
what I'm
little
saying?
tiny bit for you to be, like a little out there,
Mm-hmm.
and but mostly alert. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
and
saying?
it's like it trains you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like because if you could be conscious in that zone versus without smoking at all, you could be conscious. I mean, I don't really like to drink because you can't be conscious doing that shit, bro. Like
To a certain extent, though, you could drink a little.
I mean,
You
yeah,
can take
you
a shot.
can.
You
You
can
know
take
what
a
I'm saying? A
shot to
shot,
get a
like,
little
yeah,
buzz, but
one shot, bro. After that is like you just spend some wild shit. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? But I could smoke like 2, 3 J's and then spit a freestyle like from Mars, man. Like you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Like my creativity like kind of spreads out a little bit off of weed versus alcohol.
Alcohol.
Alcohol makes me belligerent. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
I'll be like, I just
Talking
spit some,
shit.
some hardcore shit. You know what I'm saying? Like no setups or none, just straight line after line.
Alright. So, as far as the role models you're looking up to in the game right now, who are they? If you
Man.
have to name like three guys like you're really looking up to,
I mean, I think like Kendrick Lamar is one
Okay.
of the best artists. You know what I'm saying? Of course, J. Cole, and then I mean, if I want to go back, you know what I'm saying? I like people like MF Doom. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? People who are, and I mean, these are two different time eras, but like they basically doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like they all like they do a lot with the lyrics. They don't just make everything simple and say just random simple shit. Like they take a lot of time to write these lyrics and like breaking down the rhyme
Yeah.
schemes and you know what I mean, like or whatever. So I look up to that type of shit. But at the same time, like I don't know, I enjoy all kinds of music,
Okay.
man. So it's hard to pick like a top three, but I put Kendrick and MF Doom
Okay.
with somebody else.
J. Cole.
Do J. Cole. Nah, Tupac, man. Like Tupac because he shows you how to put like spirit into that shit, dog.
Yeah.
Like he rhymes from the fucking heart. You know what I mean? Like that's the main comparison between him and Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Biggie was like a flow master, you know what I'm saying? But like Tupac like brought from within out.
Yeah.
You feel me? So he's shot like top three as well.